The number one question for homebuyers in 2021, and it'll probably be the number one question for homebuyers in 2022, is how the heck do we get our offer accepted on a house in the most competitive real estate market the United States has ever seen? Well, today I'm going to show you different ways to get your offer accepted in today's market. Welcome back to Amanda Answers. This past year, real estate agents were scrambling, trying to figure out how to win against multiple offers and get their clients their dream home. And the pressure is building as housing inventory levels have never been this low. This type of competitive market is exhausting for home buyers. Waiting to win on a bidding war, it takes patience. You can use any combination of these methods to strengthen your offer when purchasing a home. But some tactics are more aggressive than others, so make sure you consult with your real estate agent to figure out what will give you the best results. Offer an escalation clause. This is a provision added to the contract that states that the buyer will escalate their offer above the highest sales price submitted. This clause usually has a maximum escalation amount, but when a bidding war takes place, that puts your offer at the top of the list. Offer a leaseback. A leaseback allows the seller to lease the property back from the buyer after closing. Include an appraisal gap clause. An appraiser will likely value the home for less than the contracted price when homes are appreciating at a faster pace than appraisers can justify. When buyers offer an appraisal gap, they are pretty much saying that they have extra funds to fill in the gap between the appraisal value and the contracted price. Keep in mind you cannot use financing to fill in this appraisal gap. It has to be cash out of your own pocket. Offer more earnest money. Typically in Delaware, we pay between 1% to 2% of the purchase price in good faith deposit. However, if you offer more than the standard amount of earnest money, you're showing you have strong intent. Use a reputable local mortgage lender. If the listing agent is a high producer, they're probably going to have relationships with a lot of local lenders. And some lenders have bad reputations for sabotaging deals. So if you happen to be likely using one of those lenders, the listing agent's going to tell their sellers about it. Offer to pay the seller's moving expenses. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's a unique strategy that is not very common, which can make it more effective. Close on their terms. Every seller has different circumstances that motivate them to sell. If your agent can get this information, you can tailor your offer to the most appealing terms to the seller. Be the first to view and submit an offer. Some sellers do not want a bunch of contracts to look through and have to review. So if you can be one of the first buyers to view the home and submit your highest and best offer immediately, you may entice the seller to accept your contract. Offer to pay all title insurance fees. The all too common waive the inspection contingency. This method can be a little risky and can seem scary, especially if you're a first-time home buyer. However, it's also a highly effective move that can yield positive results. This is an aggressive tactic, so really make sure it's something you want to move forward with. Removing the financing contingency. This step pretty much allows the sellers to inherit your earnest money deposit if your financing falls through. It's not something that I would normally recommend, but again, it depends how aggressive you're trying to be with your offer. Larger down payment. When sellers review contracts from buyers, they consider the down payment as a sign of financial strength. Keep your offer clean and simple. When listing agents review buyers' contracts, they look for signs to see if the other agent is competent and flexible. Keeping your contracts clean and easy for the seller to understand will let them know that you and your agent are going to be easy to work with. Position yourself to be flexible. For example, if you have a house to sell before buying another property, you're going to have to get creative. Close extra fast on vacant homes. If you're making an offer on a vacant home, the seller is going to want to close as soon as possible. No one wants to leave a house vacant for a long time. Personal letters. This is kind of a controversial topic. I have had buyers in the past who have sent in personal letters. However, you have to make sure that you do not say anything specific about yourself. Why is this, do you ask? Well, it's because personal letters can be seen as discriminatory, and they do go against our fair housing laws. Only thing that you should be writing in that letter, if you do decide to write a letter, is how much you love the home. Let the seller know you really love all the intricate details she did on that backsplash, or you're so amazed by the grand entrance of the home. But again, nothing personal. You can't stress it enough. As a homebuyer in a competitive market, you're going to feel stress and pressure each time your offer gets rejected. But I hope this list will help you feel more empowered the next time you go to put an offer in on your dream home. See you next time on Amanda Answers.